Poland is the sixth largest country in the European Union. Today, we're going to look at the top growing industries in Poland. Hi guys, I'm Dean from Pervasives, where we collect sector and economic data that we publish on our website. You can learn more at pervasives.com. So we're going to look at Poland's growing economies that we've collected on our website, and the last data point was I think March or April. Now Poland it deserves more love because when you think about Europe, you mostly think about Western Europe, which is Germany, France, Italy, etc. But Poland is a pretty developed economy by now, and they have listed stocks on all the normal industry groups. It's not just one big oil company like other countries, so it's pretty developed in that way. It's a very liberal economy, and also the fun fact is that during the 2008 global financial crisis, Poland did not have that crisis. It basically was immune to the whole circus. Now first we're going to look at manufacturing. So the first growing industry, surprisingly, is the oil industry, the manufacturing of petroleum. Now this is not isolated to Poland. We've seen all regions around the world having a big petroleum boom after the vaccines are coming in with the COVID crisis, because petroleum was basically dead because of COVID, and now that COVID is starting to go away, the petroleum industry is now growing, and Poland is no different. The number was plus 39.5 on the ESI scale, the European Sentiment Indicator, which is the highest in the manufacturing section. Now obviously this is a post-Soviet country, but they still have a couple of oil and gas infrastructure from the Soviet era, and now it's all privatized, but there's a little bit of government involvement. The number 2 on the list is the manufacture of basic materials, which is steel and copper. This gets a rating of plus 25.80. The specificity of that, the characteristic of that industry is that it's usually very small companies with not more than 9 employees. Number 3 on the list is the manufacture of the pharmaceutical products with a rating of plus 19.3. Poland is a big player in the pharma space, bio space in Europe. It has lots of partners with other European countries, and it basically is a major economic center for the manufacture of generic drugs. Now number 4 is the manufacture of paper and paper products with a rating of plus 27.7. There's a couple of listed companies in that space on the Warsaw Stock Exchange as well. Number 5, manufacture of rubber and plastic products with a rating of plus 26.40. This involves the manufacture of polymer plastics and consumer packaging. They serve the automobile industry with plastics, and also the electrical equipment industry in Europe. Number 6 is the manufacture of wood and wood products with a rating of plus 15.40. Poland is number 7 in terms of the forest area available in the country in Europe, and it's also very popular because it is very sensible to the sustainability and management of those forests. It's also a very big player on a global scale for furniture manufacturing, which uses obviously wood. Now let's look at the services. So on number 7 of the list, now in services, is the information services activities. This has a rating of plus 12.40. This is basically all the IT space, which Poland is very present in that space. It used to be Ireland, but myself personally, when I was living in Ireland, I experienced, when I was working in IT, I experienced that jobs were moving from Ireland to Poland back then. And that was a couple of years ago. So you can imagine that since then, this whole industry has been blooming within Poland. Now, in the same type of space, number 8 is the computer programming industry with a plus 7.30 rating. As you may or may not already know, one of the biggest in market cap size listed companies on the Warsaw Stock Exchange is a game developer, which was responsible for the game Cyberpunk 77, which is a very big competitor to the big game developers in the US. Number 9, scientific research and development with a rating of 4.8. A lot of government investment in that space. The GDP expenditure towards research and development is pretty substantial. And the number 10 is veterinary activities, as in vets, with a rating of plus 30.60 and growing. This is probably justified with demographics of younger people not having children but having pets.
How can Pervasives help you? 2 ways. Number 1, Pervasives provides sector and industry short-term economic data that helps you discover untapped opportunities around the globe. You can access industry and sector economic data that we collect, compile, and process. You can browse the data for free or sign up to the pro version to get everything. Number 2, your local accountant will run away scared when you mention foreign stocks. Most accountants are focused on a single region, and this can lead to the wrong advice. We can help you with your tax, legal, and accounting needs. We provide expertise on international equity tax strategies and global brokerage options. We work with retail traders and investors to diversify their portfolios.